Hello, and welcome to a new side segment for the Penny Sleeve, Byte of the Briarmaw. I'm your host, Voss. I wanted to make a separate entity for Wonders of the First in my channel since I've been going over Wonders more lately. And since I own the Briarmaw Artist Proof and Wonders, I thought I would use this awesome creature to feature in my channel. So, enough about me. So big news out of the Wonders of the First camp. If you haven't been following the Wonders Discord, the next set coming out in February, Call of the Stones, will now feature celebrity autographs. We had known this for a few days now, but the CEO, Frenchie, came out and let everyone know this piece of information via announcement. Take a look. So everybody's guy you love to hate, Draco Malfoy, aka Tom Felton, and now, aka Valen Voss, will not only be a featured character as a Mythic Wonder, but also will sign some of his cards as well. There will be multiple celebrities signing cards with characters based on their likeness. The other two actors announced was Arnold Vosloo, who is a South African and American actor who played villainous roles in films like The Mummy and G.I. Joe. But also another well-known actor, the one and only Mr. Duncan himself, Ben Affleck. This is a huge deal, and we still don't know who else will be involved in signing cards according to their likenesses. As a collector, I think this is a great move. Get more eyes on the game, get other collectors trying to get their autographs. It's a win-win. For the players, however, they might not be as thrilled to get an autograph card. They would prefer probably a card they can use in their decks, or a serialized card instead of an autograph. But as Frenchie said, the autographs will not be an easy pull. Very few will be scattered across all the boxes of the new set. But if that happens, trade it for a card you like. Now, all this has been covered by other channels. American Texan, Capricorn, Wonders Workshop, Radish Digital, shout out to Sloppy White and Tex, and I'm assuming more to come. What I want to theorize is what doors does this open in the future? We know Magic the Gathering has opened their world to other IPs, some successfully, others not. For example, Final Fantasy, Lord of the Rings, and now the Spider-Man IP. What I want to go over is, since we now have actors portraying new Wonders characters, is it possible to bring in actors from IPs that would fit the world of Wonders, instead of creating separate side sets of IPs that may or may not work? What comes to mind, and it kind of excites me, since this whole news broke, is if possible, and please the Wonders gods help us, to team up with, wait for it, Game of Thrones. This would, I think, fit perfectly, bringing in the actors who play their iconic roles, creating artistic likenesses of their characters, have them sign a few cards, bring in their fan bases, which is worldwide, and the actual characters would work for the gameplay mechanics. Imagine Arya Stark, a faceless man or woman, being able to target and kill the opposing Wonder, then copying their card since she has the ability to become anyone she wants, and decimating the opposition's realm. Imagine the Night King, who definitely would be an Umbrethin card, being able to strike an opposing Wonder, bring them back to life on his side of the board since he has the power to resurrect the dead for his benefit. Imagine Daenerys Targaryen, who would definitely be Sylphara, Mother of Dragons, the Unburnt, being able to control her dragons from different realms, and as she is the Unburnt, any fire attacks from the opposition would be nullified. The Three-Eyed Raven, warging into an animal or person, taking control of their stone. Speaking of the Dragon Queen, maybe when the Wonders team came up with the mythic dragon Drogothar, were they maybe basing it on Drogon? Who knows, but them, of course. But they can add 3 more dragons just on the series alone, not counting the dragons from House of Dragons, with dozens of other dragons to choose from. Maybe Lord Commander, actually I gotta say it like this, Lord Commander, or King in the North, Jon Snow. According to some, he knows nothing, but he could maybe rally allies and multiply their power across realms. That would work. You want beasts? They got direwolves. They have golden company elephants, venomous scorpions, the children of the forest, waddling giants, undead polar bears, and krakens. Other animals? Ravens, Dothraki horses, Lannister lions, Baratheon stags, for example. You want swords? They got Valyrian steel swords. Valyrian steel daggers like cat's paw blade could be a key item, the one that killed the Night King. So can Longclaw and other swords. All the different spells from the God of Light, bringing people back from the dead, or, in Wonder's case, the Abyss. The God of Death, taking life, never to be returned. The warlock in Karth, who was named Pyat Pri, who can make multiple copies of himself. You want lands? They got mythic lands all over the place in Westeros. Maybe a land of just weirwood trees. But all the lands of Westeros could be used. Winterfell, the Iron Islands, etc. I believe this would be a very sick set to create. And people would be loving collecting their favorite characters and have a chance to maybe even obtain a signed card of their own, or a stonefoil. That would be a huge deal. Investment-wise, money-wise, just to have that type of card. Other channels I heard were speculating who might other actors be signing in the set of the Call of the Stones. I have a few theories on that as well. First, since you have an A-lister like Ben Affleck, maybe he can get some of his close friends involved, like maybe Matt Damon. Maybe create a friendship ability when playing both characters in the realm. Another one would be maybe Gal Gadot, his co-star in the Justice League. She could be a fierce character like the one that she played as an Amazon princess on screen. Shit, bring back the whole Zack Snyder's Justice League. Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa, who was also in Game of Thrones, by the way, hint, hint. Well, maybe not the Flash actor. That guy's out of his mind. Even Arnold Vosloo could bring some of his Mummy co-stars. Brendan Fraser, who is always down to play a fantasy character. Rachel Weisz, she's played a psychic in Constantine and a Black Widow. She would be a badass fantasy character in The Wonders. All of this is just theories that have been playing around my head ever since I heard the news. I have no other information than what was posted on Wonders Discord. This is not an announcement video, this is just for fun. Wonders does not pay me to create any content, I just love the game, and if you're watching this far, so do you. Please like and subscribe because I'll be having more videos on Wonders about grading the cards, any theories, any announcements to come, and as always, thank you for watching.